change the oil, you're gonna need obviously some oil, an oil filter, and an 8 and a 10. Not a 10, but a 12. And then a bucket that you can put the oil in. First, you're just gonna take off these 4 bolts with the 8. If you don't have a skid plate, then you won't have to worry about it. Not sure if you can see it, but I have to kind of set it up. Just gonna take these 4 off. Once you get those 4 off, you're gonna take that off. Loosen the 12. I'm gonna go get my bucket so I can drain it into it. Now that it's loosened up, I'm gonna set the bike up. And then undo this bolt. Make sure you don't drop it in the oil. Just like that. Once you get it off, you can just let the oil drain. So I can change the oil filter now. The oil filter is on the other side of the bike. So just this bolt and this bolt right here. So I'm doing this with one hand. Alright, once you got these 2 bolts off, you can go ahead kind of twist it to the side a little bit where it's kind of off of the hole like that, and then just pull it off like this. Make sure the spring is behind it like that, and that's kind of messed up right there, so I'm gonna get an O-ring to replace that. And then also use some of these to kind of, I'm doing this with one hand, but I put it right there, push out, and then pull back. I'm gonna set the camera down. Let me see, I got it off with that, and I just dropped that in the oil like that. But now that that's off, I can wait for this to drain. It's almost done, so I'll just plug it back up, and then put some more oil in it, put a new filter in there. I'll get that oil out as well, but put a new filter in there and then put the oil back in. Now that the oil is finished draining, I put this in there. I'm about to tighten it back up, and then put a new filter in, and then put the oil in. Also, when you're putting this back on, you want to push it on a little bit, start your bolts in there, and then yeah, tighten the bolts up, because it won't stay down just because there's a spring behind there. Yeah. Now I'm about to put the oil in there. I think the bike calls for 900 cc's of oil. This little bottle has 946 cc's. Milliliters. So I'm just gonna put this whole thing in there. I mean, it's only like 46 more, so I mean, it won't hurt it to have more oil in there, as long as you're not putting like 2 of these things in the bike. Alright, the oil is in, the oil filter is on, and now I'm just about to lean the bike back over so I can put the 4 bolts back in for the skid plate, and then I'll be done. Alright, the skid plate is on. I just lean the bike back up, and now I'm done. So for those wondering how I lean the bike over, that's how it is on the triple clamp.